Okay, so this is just a short video to show how the furling system works. There were some questions on that, so I thought I'd show this. So this is the main mast here. You can see there's a bushing here on the top. This is a nylon oil impregnated bushing up here. There's another one that goes down on the bottom, which is in the tube that this whole thing slides into. So this one's down the bottom of the tube, so it allows me to more easily put the mast down. And then it just drops into that bushing down at the bottom, and that bushing's got a little chamfer to it to help guide the mast into place, and that just drops in there. This piece here is basically, this collar is at the top of the mast tube, and this spins freely inside of that. So then as far as furling and unfurling the sail goes, there are these two ropes. So if I pull, obviously, the red one here, it's going to turn one way. If I pull the green one, it's going to go the other way, because they're wound different directions on the pulley here. So pulley or drum, depending whatever you want to call it. So that's basically on the mast, it rotates one way or the other. The boom attaches just like this. It's just as if it was a gaff at the top of a gaff rig sailboat. This thing just goes on here. There's a little piece of plastic here to act as a washer or bushing to allow it to slide a little bit more freely. And then this little piece of orange rope here gets tied around from this eye on this side here around the front of the mast and back to this one here, so that it can't just sort of fall off by itself. But in normal operation, from the top of the mast, there's the topping lift going down to the boom, and that sort of tends to pull it inwards a little bit. Plus, this is actually the outhaul for the sail. So this is actually also, if there's any tension on this is actually also pulling the boom in up against the mast. So let's see. Oh yeah, and on top of the mast, this is the one for the mizzen, but it's on, so it's easy to show. But this is just a thing that freely can spin at the top of the mast. I painted it orange for so that it would sort of stand out, make me easier to see. Plus, it kind of looks a little bit like a flag, which I thought was kind of fun. And as you can see, I've got it attached to a bungee cord, and this is the actual topping lift. So using the same kind of bungee cord system for both booms, which allows me to sheet things in, let stuff out. The boom can kind of move around, but if there's no tension on the boom at all, as I wind the sail all the way in, it keeps the boom from falling down, hitting the water, or banging around on the boat. Just kind of keeps it up there. So that's the purpose of that thing. The pulley system, not to get into it too much depth, but the pulley system here for the get this grass out of the way, for the outhaul. So this is the outhaul. This is the clip that attaches to the clew on the sail, and this runs back to the back of the boom here to a double block, and then each of these ropes run forward again to here, and then from here they go to the deck on the cabin roof, where there's a place to tie one side off, and the other side goes to a cleat. And the reason for that is that as the mast rotates, or as the sail, the boom goes from one side to the other. If I just had a line going from the top of the cabin out to a pulley on here and then back, what would happen is as the boom rotated, it would tend to tighten up or loosen depending on how it was set. And this allows it to, as it basically tightens up a little bit on one side, it's loosening up a little bit on the other side, and everything evens out, so it just swings freely back and forth. So that's the idea behind all that. And at some point, I'm in Maine right now, but I'm heading down to Connecticut again tomorrow. But at some point when I get back up here and I actually have it all set up on the boat, I can actually go through the whole thing and actually show it working. But this should give you something of an idea of how the thing actually works. So these ropes that are on these pulleys or drums, there's a little hole through here, then I just put a knot and tied it off, and then I just wrap the rope around there like that, and then so that these things don't fall out or get tangled up, I basically just pull them together and put a knot right here like that, so it doesn't get tangled up, and then coil it up like that. So that's how it works. Hopefully that explains it, and thanks for watching.